Morning. It's good to see you guys walking beats.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good to see police on the street.
I hate it. What you guys doing?
Morning coffee as usual.
Yeah?
You guys want a coffee?
No, thanks, man. Just killed one.
Okay.
You guys some express?
Have a good morning. Oh yeah, they're pretty good. They're no Tim Hortons, but it'll do.
You got Timmy's in your hand? You got express?
No. These are for express, but I'm saying they're no Timmy's, but they'll do in the morning.
Yeah.
Especially when you only live a block away.
Oh, do you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Just over on Dorothy and River.
Oh, okay.
It's what last summer before when the pandemic was just winding down, we saw guys walking too.
Oh,
yeah, we were telling them it's really nice to see people on the streets
Oh, yeah.
instead of in cars all the time. It's so much nicer,
Yeah.
right? Plus you're fostering a little bit more community together, right?
Yeah.
It's so impersonal when you see cruisers go by on the street, right? And you don't get to say hello to the officers. You don't get to say, we appreciate you guys and stuff.
Yeah. What do you guys got going on today?
I am doing some sanding drywall, which I hate because it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty proud of myself. I did a good patch job yesterday.
Could not do that.
Yeah. Well, it takes a little patience, and I don't have the patience to do the taping and the mudding that they do. I just do sanding because it's a lot easier. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And then what else today? I got to give my wife a bath. She's got MS, so it's a little rough for her. But, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's about it for today. Yeah, we got a short day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm delivering flyers with my buddy.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's got hip problems and she can do it on her own, but when I help her, we get it done in like an hour and a half. As opposed to her, well, she's got a van, but she has to stop it, and so she'll do 5 houses, then back to the van, move it up, and then and she's got about 300 and something to do.
Really?
Yeah, so she's got a fair amount. I don't know, she might be up. Delta Sierra, Mike Charlie. It's probably too early.
Every morning. Well, we work when it was closed.
Before the pandemic, we usually have about 4 or 5 people here. One of the good things we like about seeing the cops walk around is it keeps the loon bags away, right?
Yeah.
Because if you show any kindness to them, like they come and you want to smoke, and so you give them a smoke, and then they're back the next day when they want to smoke, right? And so you're either giving them smokes all the time and buying them coffees, and then they hang out.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be kind to them, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise they latch right onto you.
Yeah, well, they want their money for drugs.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I don't know if you know the law on this or statutes.
Probably not.
What's the rules about firing a low velocity bow, say in my backyard or my driveway? I've got hay bales and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a dial yield, so I can lower the foot per second. Like I can put it down to like 50-pound draw weight on the limbs rather than the highest.
So I'm not the guy to talk to you about that, but I mean, there's a lot of bylaws. I have to check bylaws.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not getting in trouble.
Bows in different cities and communities. So
How about this? How about this? Swords. Am I allowed to practice like cutting katana mats in my backyard with those? Or is that another? I just can't swing it in my house.
Yeah, I would say just don't let anybody see it. Someone's going to call for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Say, hey, he's in the backyard with his sword. Acting crazy or something. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check
It probably looks like he acts crazy too, because he's like
check the statute.
pretending he's with.
Are you in the military?
No. I just believe in being protected. It's not up to the government to protect us, right? It's up to us.
agree with you.
So I don't mind lugging 20 extra pounds around.
Yeah.
Got a steel plate and 2 layers of Kevlar. So the Kevlar catches the bullet and stops fragmentation, and the steel plate stops the round.
Where did you grab your steel plate?
No, I get it cut locally.
Oh,
Over
you just
on
get your own?
yeah, you just cut it and then you get them to bend it slightly if you want it. Most tactical steel plates in your vest are just regular steel plate that's been rhino bed liner.
Okay.
You know the spray?
Yeah.
That's all that shit is on your tactical plates is rhino bed liner.
Right. Yeah.
So, but what I use is 2 Kevlar Type 3A
Where did you get your
pads.
steel
Just order it.
Just
Order it
order
online, yeah.
Well, your steel plate?
No, the steel plate. You know across Ontario Street, the steel factory across the way?
Yeah.
I just took a template in and got them to cut it. I made a mistake. The first one I did, I got an inch plate cut, and it weighed close to 60 pounds front and back.
Yeah.
So I whittled it down to quarter inch,
Yeah.
and then I got my 2 Kevlar plates to stop fragmentation, right, if I get hit. So, and I whittled it down to about 28 pounds.
So quarter inch, how much is that weighing?
Right now it's about 26 pounds.
Really? Heavy?
26 pounds, but it'll stop
Is
rifles.
it like as wide as that?
Yeah, it'll stop rifle bullets though. This'll stop a rifle bullet
You
easy.
steel.
Yeah, and then the
I
Kevlar
thought
stops.
I thought you'd be getting the steel for the knives.
No. I want high for. A lot of people are using cookie cutters for their 9mm and shit. I don't. That'll go right through vests. Plus, I own a couple of crossbows with some pretty nasty broadheads, so I know vests will not stop a broadhead.
It'll go right.
It'll cut right through like
Oh,
butter.
yeah.
I
Unless
don't
you're
want
shooting
that.
22 or something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a victim, eh?
Yeah, I love it. Love the mentality. Yeah.
Well, most people rely on. I mean, let's be honest. You guys respond.
We're
That's it.
responders.
You respond. So whatever's happen's already happened.
Yeah.
Buddy's already kicked my door in,
I agree.
right? And you guys respond. So it's not up to you guys to protect me. I mean, it's nice when you guys show up if you're there when they're there, but right, it's not your responsibility to protect me.
Yeah.
It's my responsibility.
Totally agree with you. Yeah.
And radios, everybody should have radios. This is a internet network radio. No distance limit.
That's your wife you're talking to?
No, this is my friend I do flyers
Oh.
with. I run a network here in town.
Never get that
We
with
got
your
about
wife.
46 subscribers right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's private network, so it's encrypted. There are no distance limits because it's internet run. It's a chip inside, so it's run off the internet, so there's no distance limits, like there's no need for repeaters or base stations.
Yeah.
It's unlimited distance.
Wow. Love it. So I read a couple books. There's this guy, Dave Grossman. You ever heard of him?
Um,
And he talks about like it's your responsibility to defend yourself and some
Mhm.
stuff. But he talks about like always being vigilant, looking around, being aware.
Yeah, yeah.
Or,
Mhm. I used to
talks
be
about
a
being a sheep.
an
sheepdog.
ex-criminal.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, like, it's everybody looks at the same situation different, right? You show a cop that situation, he looks at all the possible violations, the possible safety issues. You show a contractor that same situation, he's looking at the building, the architecture. You show an ex-criminal, they're looking at the possible victim, possible cops, possible surveillance cameras, stuff like that, right? So I understand when cops, they see things on a certain plane of, right? And so everyone else might not see what they see, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to go and say, oh, well, cops are bad or this or that. Well, you don't know what they go through all the time, right?
Everyone's got their, like you're saying, different experiences, right? So,
You've probably heard of me. I told a couple of you guys off, but it was only just simply because you guys were, like, I'm very respectful of law
I hate a lot
enforcement
of people I work with.
until they do, right, like rights violations, right? I was on my own property filming a police interaction.
Yeah.
He comes out of his way, comes 40 feet,
Mhm.
60 to me to come and ask me for my ID.
Yeah.
Why are you filming? You got ID? No, I don't.
Yeah.
And then, so then he gets his fire department buddy to come over and clear view me because I wouldn't ID, right? So he takes me.
What is that, Clearview?
You don't know what that is?
Clearview?
Clearview AI.
No.
You guys don't use Clearview?
I don't even know what it is.
It's facial recognition software. There's a company
yeah.
called Clearview, and
You
they've
know, that came
amassed
out-
7 trillion photos.
Yeah, so, yeah.
7 trillion photos from all around the world, and it's used by over 7,000 law enforcement and police agencies in the world.
So that came out. a couple
Cadillac
years-
Fairview, the mall owners are getting sued because they hooked their Clearview right up to their CCTV, and everybody who was coming in their malls, there's 5 of them up in Toronto right now that were implicated, and they were hooking their CCTV, so everyone who just came in their malls was getting ID'd and databased. You can't do that. That's illegal. You can't do that. And even if you say come and want to ID me and I'm not doing anything illegal,
Yeah.
and I refuse to ID, and just out of spite, and submit my photo, and then on the submission form you say, oh, he was trespassing, knowing that I wasn't, knowing that there was no charge, or even if you charge me maliciously, knowing that the charge won't stick, it'll be thrown out in court, but you still got my ID. That's illegal. That's a violation of my rights.
I agree with you.
Right? And that's
When you explain it, you know, I think we had been using that, but I don't honestly think we're using that because of all
really.
the social.
Yeah. There was a big back cry about it because just simply because, right? But do you guys run body cams?
Yeah.
You only want a situation?
We don't have body cams.
Really? Why not? I run mine all the time. I'm running now.
Eventually
Really,
we
eh?
will, right? Are you running it now?
Yeah, every day, all the time. You never know what's going to happen, and it's your word against my camera. Not your word against mine. It's your word against my camera.
I'm sure we will get them.
You should.
Probably, but it's a financial.
That's
I'm
for
sure
your
it's a financial-
protection too, not just ours. That's for you guys,
Yeah, I
right?
agree with you.